Hello friend, my name is Kerry Farr. I host a television program called In Your Corner. And when I started to write my first book, all of my friends laughed at me. They kind of gave me this look like, who do you think you are? Some kind of Mr. Big Shot wanting to write a book? And you see, my first wife had just died. I was broken. I was a shell of the man I had been. Even though I had been a boxing coach for over 20 years of my life and had trained professional boxers, I had no self-confidence, had no confidence at all in myself. So I went to a trusted advisor. I went to my Sunday school teacher, who happened to be the great motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar. I said, Zig, I feel compelled to write a book. Would you read a chapter of this book for me? He said, I will. I went to him the next week and I said, what did you think about my book idea? Should I trash it? I had so little self-confidence I didn't even say, hey, do you think I should publish? I was asking, do you think I should trash this idea? Zig looked at me and he said, no, you're a good storyteller and you have a story to tell. You should absolutely write your book. Well, then he said, I'll also write the foreword for you. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. Friend, it took me 2 years to sit down and write that book because I didn't know anything about book writing. And then when I tried to find a publisher, I couldn't find a publisher that was interested other than one or two. And those people said, yeah, we'll publish your book. And these were name houses. But we want you to buy $15,000 worth of books. And we want you to do your own PR, your own marketing. And that just wasn't a viable option. So I was looking for a good company that could publish, a good looking book. And I found one, and they published my first book, Fight the Good Fight, which is basically my story of my life in professional boxing for over 20 years. And I wanted a book that looked nice, and you see they made a very nice looking book. This book looks as good as anything you'd see in a bookstore or even in a library. The only problem is they charged me $2,000 to publish my first book. And this book is 252 pages, and they charged me $7 for each book they sold me. So my book cost was so high that whenever I wanted to sell a book, either when I spoke to at an event or to friends or neighbors or whatever, I couldn't make any money because my book cost so much. So here I am. I've got $2,000 in this book, and I'm paying $7 a book. Well, I turned around and wrote 7 more books over the course of the next 6 or 7 years. And I learned how to write a book, how to start my own publishing company, and write a book absolutely free. I also learned how to write a book so quickly that I teach the course, Create Your Own Book This Weekend, where I can show you in 2 or 3 hours how to create your own book, literally in a weekend, and get it published in 4 or 5 days. I also found a place where I can get books this size for about $2.50. So that allows me to turn around and sell this book, which is a $15 book, and make a little bit of money. And that's the bottom line. I mean, you want to get your message out, but at the same time, you've got to pay your expenses. So friend, I want to invite you to come to my weekend workshop, Create Your Own Book, this weekend, and I'll teach you how you can write a book in a weekend and get it published in 4 or 5 days. I'll also teach you how you can get it published absolutely free. You won't have to spend $2,000 like I did to publish my first book. So I want to invite you to the event. I look forward to seeing you there. Go ahead and hit the link below and register right now. Thanks for watching the video. I'll look forward to seeing you at our event.